Hello YouTube, so today I'm going to talk about what happens to the narcissist after you have decided to move on from the friendship or the relationship. I'm just going to go right in and I'm going to look into my notes for some things I want to touch on, so let's get to it. So, the first thing the narcissist will do right after you have decided to move on and get away from the relationship or the friendship is, as we know, the hoovering stage, right? So they will try to hoover you back in. They will try to keep their promises high. They will promise you a lot of things and say they will do and that they will change. And obviously the narcissist cannot change. They just don't have the ability to make clear decisions for themselves, to acknowledge their bad behavior and their wrongdoings to be able to move on. Therefore, you should not accept any promises or anything that they say, because as we know, that is all a lie. The hoovering stage could be very confusing, as a lot of us survivors, the NPD, as we know, has a different mechanism of controlling and really playing with people's minds, and we most likely go back over and over again because we like to hear the promises. We like to be promised and we would like to see change, but very shortly we know that these entities will not be able to change in any type of form. So we have to understand that during the hoovering stage, they're not going to be the person that they're promising you to be over and over again. And so after the hoovering stage, and after you've finally decided to move on from the friendship or the relationship, what follows next is the flying monkeys. And I apologize for those of you that are not familiar with the words that I'm using in this vocabulary for the NPD. I suggest that you pause this video and go to the web and search it up and kind of read, about NPD to kind of familiarize yourself, because I'm not going to really describe these sentences or words, whatever it is, in this video. So I suggest that you do your own research. So flying monkeys, they will try to send people your way to try to make the relationship work. So they're going to tell these people false lies, because I have experienced this, and this is not, I'm not just saying it to say it. I've experienced and lived for almost 18 years with a parent that was full-blown NPD. And so I know from experience, and I've read tons and tons of books, and I've lived my life in that. And I've also had friends, quote unquote, that were NPDs, that were very toxic, relationships that were really toxic. So I'm very aware of this systematic agenda that they have. And it's crazy because every NPD that I've ever encountered have this wired in their brains, and this is their strategy for advancing. This is their strategy of survival. So the hoovering and then the flying monkey. So they'll try to send anyone your way to try to make you feel delusional and to not trust yourself and your instincts. And so this is what they try to do. They will try to say that they're sorry, but also bring other people to make you feel like you are the bad person in the relationship or the friendship in any situation. So don't ever fall for that. Most likely, and not even most likely, 100% of the time, they will try to tell the other person all lies, saying that you are evil, that you don't respect them, etc., etc. And one thing that I've also noticed upon reflecting last night is when the narcissist sees that you've moved on from them, from that relationship, from that friendship, they know that you're moving on. They know that you have set your boundaries, and that is the most dangerous thing that they feel that you're doing, because as we know, and as I've said in the previous video, they have abandonment issues. They have boundary issues. So when you're setting your boundaries and when you're distancing yourself from them and their presence, and when you're trying to build your own new life, that is a complete threat for them. That is just unbelievable for them. So they will be blown out of proportions for months and years to come. So, but congratulations, really. I applaud you for that, for making a decision to move on with your life, but also for deciding to do such an amazing job just getting rid of these entities. But also, I really don't want to forget this point, so I'm going to look into my notes and tell you this. When they are hoovering you back in, when they're trying to send you flying monkeys, just know that and acknowledge something about yourself. When they're doing this, this should tell you that you are achieving your goals, that you are moving on. This is a sign for you that shows you that you're moving on and you're changing. And when they just cannot take that you're changing and you're growing. So what do? They send you all these crazy conflicts to distract you from all of these things that you're doing perfectly. So know that you're growing, know that you're changing, your mindset is changing, you're healing a little bit. I know it takes time, you're healing within your own pace. That is completely fine. That is wonderful. Keep doing what you're doing because it is working and it is making the narcissist lose control. So congratulations if you're being sent flying monkeys, if you're being sent text messages and emails and with just random accounts even. When someone is trying to stalk you, congratulations, because you are proving to them and you're proving to yourself that you're moving on, and that is wonderful. Also, one thing, when you're encountering with, when you have an encounter with these MPDs, sometimes you run into them in a public area, or it could be in a school setting where you see these individuals, and most of you might be able to relate this with your situations, but as soon as they see you, they just cannot make eye contact. They cannot see you fully. They have shame. As I said, they have shame inside of them. They don't feel worthy of being someone's friend, someone's lover, someone's family member. So they will try to cover that with everything that distracts them. So especially I've had this a couple of times where I encountered the narcissist in public, and they will just completely pass you like you don't even know each other anymore. And I have no problem with that because I am trying to minimize my contact with anyone that is an MPD because you don't need that negativity in your life, really. But what I noticed is they will not give you any kind of acknowledgement or eye contact because they know they have lost. They know that they have no right in being in your presence, and that should tell you that your presence, that should tell you that your growth and just personal growth, personal intuition is all growing, and you have to really acknowledge that and give credit to yourself. So congratulations in achieving your goals. So until next time, guys, I hope this was informative. Subscribe, like, and share. Bye.